So we'll just zoom right into our session today. I wanted to start off, I mean, we're kind of midsummer. I'm in awe of the fact that it's the 20th, which, hi, Jacqueline, which is just so crazy to think about. We're already there. And lots of prayers, of course, up to the interior and anywhere where they're having fires or flooding. But glorious summer days are certainly around us and amongst us. So that's nice. And speaking of summer, I wanted to share a profound little teaching, a story. And it comes from a couple of characters that some of you may be familiar with. Well, good old Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. And the story it gives us something to really ponder. In any case, the two of them are just so happen to be out in the midsummer camping, and they had their whole, campsite set up, and of course, as Watson and Sherlock would do, sit about the fire and talk about various things. Anyways, as they settled in for the night, they settled down, and about in the middle of the night, at some point, Holmes wakes up Watson and he says, "Watson, look up, look at the sky. What do you see?" And Watson's like, well, I see a lot of stars. And Sherlock's, well, what does that tell you? And Watson's like, well, it tells me that we're part of a great cosmological universe where there's billions of stars as far as the eye can see. And so this unlimitedness is really vast. That's what it tells me, astrologically and astronomically. And he says, and then meteorologically, it tells me that we're going to have a beautiful, clear day tomorrow because the sky is absolutely clear. It'll probably be clear all day. And theologically, it tells me that, well, there must be a great creator that would have created all this. And we're pretty small and insignificant in the eye of this massive universe. And yeah, he says, that's what it tells me. What does it tell you? And Sherlock's like, Watson, someone stole our tent, you fool. And so why is this a profound teaching for us in mindfulness? Well, it's profound because there's propensities and ways that we are habitually thinking. So of course, Sherlock, he doesn't trust humans or anybody, and his mind's going to go right to, someone stole the tent. This is what's happened. But of course, Dr. Watson is a much different thinker, and he's thinking of all those other things, in the more lofty realms. But we all have habits of thinking all day long. We have over 85,000 thoughts. And so, the Buddha said, be careful what you think because your thoughts will become your reality. And it's really the kind of the linchpin of our day, because we set ourselves up in these sort of progressive patterns of, judgment of ourselves or fear or anxiety or whatever the habitual kind of thought pattern might be. It's a pattern. It's a pattern that you learned. And so it's not really who you are. And that's the beauty of mindfulness. It's helping you to kind of just take a step, a moment where you can actually observe that mechanism of thinking. And maybe, just maybe, decide that, I don't need to think these thoughts, or these thoughts aren't productive for me. Or, thinking about my next cup of coffee or my next meal or whatever it might be, when it's, when I just finished breakfast and it's already, just, I need to get on with my day. It's like, why is my mind just habitually going there? So we're doing that in mindfulness. We're bringing ourselves to a still point where we can just observe this kind of fluid mechanism of constantly changing thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So that's the story and the teaching for today. And we're going to be able to allow ourselves with a kind, loving eye to observe our thinking and our way of being. And then what happens is, the quote from Viktor Frankl says, there's the stimulus and there's the response. And in that space between the two is our opportunity for choice and freedom, because we can decide, oh, here's a thought. Well, actually, I'm not going to go down that road. I'm not going to hop on that train or that bus, or I'm not going to let the dog pull me down the street this way. I actually am going to decide what I think. So that's where we're going with mindfulness, is we're
That's when
working to kind of,
patience, I was going to say, that's when patience comes in, because sometimes we overreact and we make decisions without really thinking about them.
Totally, Wendy. Yeah, we actually habitually respond
Yeah.
probably 90% of the time. Yeah.
Without really taking a grounded sort of point of view, which mindfulness would help
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes, to your point, we don't even know that we're habitually responding all the time, really, because it's subconscious. And our subconscious brain runs the show for the most part. We're habitually doing stuff all day long,
Yeah.
wheeling, walk, moving, whatever we're doing. It's actually coming from that habitual brain. So what the beauty of mindfulness is we don't have to do that all the time, and we can decide to make choice. So that's what we're learning.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into a really comfortable position, everybody. Find a way that you can be the most comfortable in your chair. And then we'll do a little releasing of the shoulders by drawing them up toward the ears on the inhale, pressing the upper arm bones back, and then relaxing the arms and the shoulders away from the ears down. And inhale and exhale back and release down. And last time, just close your eyes. Inhale up, let the chin just sink a bit, press back, and exhale down. Good. Keeping your eyes closed, just feel your body. And then allow yourself to open your eyes for a minute. Bring yourself into a nice extended spine, upright position with your hands on your lap. And I encourage you just to look down at your hands and just see them. Look at the lines. Notice how they form themselves. And relax into the insides of your palms. And as you do so, relax the shoulders. Relax the insides of the shoulders. And with the eyes still gently looking down, just see your body and the shape that you're in right now, the body shape that you're occupying. And then close your eyes. Inhale big, drawing the breath in right into your belly. And let your spine extend upward on your exhale, kind of squeezing at the perineum, belly, and relaxing. And then again, inhale big, this time just big breath in, conscious of your breath, and exhale out in a nice deep way. Conscious breath again in, filling, expanding, conscious big breath out, releasing and relaxing. And then allow yourself to tune in to your interior, your inner landscape. Be still for just this beautiful time that we have together in this pause. And allow yourself to be the bird on the fence, the eagle in the sky, or the banks of a river, just observing all of the movement, thoughts, feelings, emotions. Observing with that kind, loving awareness, that lens that has no judgment, no opinion. It's just watching with the eagle eye, with the beautiful grounded containment like the banks of a river as the river flows by. Or with the peaceful observation of the bird on the fence, just noticing traffic going by, clouds going by. And as you begin to settle in, conscious that as you watch your thinking and as you watch these various different movements of life moving through you, you create this container for all that is. And the container is neutral, has no opinion. It's kind of like the heart. It beats and continues to do this beautiful job of circulating the life force throughout our bodies without any opinion. Keeping your awareness anchored on your breath as your mind shapes your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out, relaxing on the exhales. Notice that your breath also is shaping your mind. And as you breathe smoothly, evenly, and calmly, that begins to have an effect on the mind. And each breath is a new opportunity to let the mind relax, to allow for yourself to be reinvented in this moment. Letting go of the past thought, the past observation, and into this moment. And this constant surrender to what is, this constant letting go of what is not. And anytime you get lost in thought, just gently come back to the anchor of your breath, to what is, and just gently releasing what is not, just like you train a little puppy. Just, no, we're not going to go there right now. Remembering to soften the space around the outer corners of your eyes, to feel the center of the brow smooth, spreading up toward the hairline. And relaxing the brain, letting the brain just gently retreat away from the skull, releasing, broadening the forebrow, relaxing the back of the neck. Training the mind to just be still with what is. Sometimes it's even helpful to remind thought process there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to solve right now. There's nothing to do. It's okay to feel safe in pausing. Noticing the movement of the breath, allowing the movement of the breath to bring you into this distinctive moment. It's unique. And in this unique moment, you have the opportunity to generate the feelings of peacefulness, ease, and steadiness. We're bringing our attention with our closed eyes and our mindful state just into the palms of your hands again. Keeping the eyes closed, just remember what your hands look like. Remember the lines and the beautiful shape. And with your inner awareness, just allow yourself on each inhale to feel a gentle spreading and an opening of the hands without moving or without doing anything. And as you exhale, just feel a releasing and a relaxing and a deepening into the palm. And it may be just totally visualizing this and imagining it, but that's okay. It's a job that the mind can do. Perhaps as you inhale and feel that beautiful kind of opening, and as you exhale, feeling that deepening into your palms, perhaps you can feel that also relaxing the shoulders downward, feeling like the elbows are nice and deep, and allowing just this moment now, where you arrive in this moment, to be unique, to be precious. And then relaxing the attention from the hands and just moving up the arms. And then releasing with your breath as you breathe in, spreading the collarbones and kind of giving that spaciousness of the heart into the shoulders. And as you exhale, relax the insides of your shoulders outward. So similar to ice melting or salt melting. Just feel like from the inside of the shoulders, you can release and relax. And again, each moment distinct. Each moment, its unique expression of your life force. And allowing your attention to now come back into the torso, down at your belly, at your navel. And for these last few minutes, use your awareness, your inner body eye, to feel, maybe even see, but mostly you'll feel the expansion on the inhale of your belly, and then the releasing and the relaxing on the exhale of your belly. And you're doing wonderfully as we round into the last few moments, just allowing the breath and your awareness to be effortless. To remind the tissue inside the cheeks to soften and relax. To remind the space at the back of the throat to deepen. To allow the jaw to be soft and the back of the neck to be spacious. To then bring yourself back to your global awareness, whatever image or idea works for you, either being the eagle looking down at all of the little things that we are and do, being the bird on the fence, watching the train and the cars and the world go by, or the banks of the river, holding the movement of the water, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, holding it all, allowing it to move, maintaining a steady witness consciousness. And then remembering the shape of your body that you looked at prior to beginning your practice. And just still with your eyes closed, remember your shape. Remember where you are in the room. Tune into the sense of sound and give yourself this last moment just to hear really deeply with all of your awareness. And then gradually allowing yourself to gently open your eyes, imagining that you're just like a newborn baby, just coming into this whole world for the first time. And bringing that newness back into your day. Let's rub our hands together nice and briskly. And give just a gentle pressure on your eye beds. And then shake out the arms. And so it's a good long practice today. Most of you, we were probably 25 minutes or so. That's our longest one. So way to go. That's a good long sit. And this is, a habit that we're forming. So the mention earlier on that Barry was remarking to was the research study that's part of this group kind of, and also another group of researchers. And it's on mindfulness. So it's kind of a neat study. It's going to be really helpful if any of you want to join, because basically it's helping us to know what works in mindfulness and what doesn't. And there's never been a study for people in our cohort. So it's exciting. And you can get a hold of me if you're interested. And I'll give you my email if you want to write it down. But Barry, maybe you could put it in the chat as well and leave that open just for a little bit.
In the chat.
Mm-hmm. It's in the chat?
It's in the chat. Yep. And
Okay,
you can
okay,
save the chat.
great.
You know that they can save the chat
Oh, that's great.
on
to
the
know,
three
Chris.
little dots. Yeah. There's
Okay.
3 little dots at the bottom where you type your message, and you can go in there and you can save your chat.
Then
Then you have it.
Well, there you go. So yeah, if you're interested, you can ask me questions now or email me. You will get paid. Basically, it's going to be 2 years, and maybe once a month we would meet, and you'll get $50 a meeting. They're an hour long or so. So that's the study, and I don't think we need too many more people. So if you're interested, let me know right away. Otherwise, you can always go to the SCI&U study YouTube channel and find these recordings all there. So if you feel like doing mindfulness when we're not here together, which is always lovely, you can take part in one of the recordings. So take good care, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, and I will look forward to seeing you in a week or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Some of you, most of you, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mary-Jo.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mary-Jo.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Barry.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, take care, everybody.